Good morning. Just confirm me, am I audible to you and the PPT is visible? Bashak, just confirm me that everything is perfect from my side. Okay, fine. See, in today's class, we are going to discuss about uh, developmental biology, and we are going to finish this developmental biology today. That is development of frog and chick. Okay, and after that, we are going to solve some of the PYQs. And from tomorrow, we are going to start this histology, right? Okay. Development of frog and chick. See, I have compared these two things. Okay. See, in case of fertilization, with respect to this frog, it is external fertilization, and in chick, it is internal fertilization. Before that, you should know what is external fertilization and internal fertilization. External fertilization means the male will drop its sperm outside, okay, and the female find that sperm, and it also um, releases its ovum, and it is getting fused outside the body of the female, and that is called as the external fertilization. And in case of chick's development, male sperm will meet the ovum inside the body of the female, and it is getting fused inside in the body of the female, and that is what an internal fertilization, right? And second one is egg type. In case of frog, it is telolecital, and in chick it is also telolecital. What is telolecital means? Where we can find the larger amount of yolk, right? And in case of a cleavage, in case of frog, it is holoblastic cleavage, and in chick it is discoidal cleavage. Holoblastic cleavage means the entire zygote is getting it is going to cleave under the process of mitotic division. The entire zygote is getting cleaved, but in discoidal, it is partial due to the amount of yolk present in the zygote, in the egg, right? Now, gastrulation. Here, gastrulation forms a blastophore. Here, the invagination forms a blastophore. Here, the invagination forms a primary streak. Okay, this is what a thing involved in the gastrulation. And in organogenesis, neurulation, organ formation begins in its larval stages called as the tadpole. Here, the neural formation, organogenesis begins. In the respiratory system, in case of a frog, here the gills is the respiratory structure developed initially, and after that it was replaced by the lungs. Here the respiratory system develops earlier stage itself. In case of a circulatory system, the heart forms early, develops into three-chambered heart. In case of amphibians, we know that circulatory system is three-chambered heart, right? Now, in case of this chick, it is the heart forms early and it is develops into four-chambered heart. We know that up to reptiles, it was three-chambered heart, except only one animal, that is crocodile. And from the crocodile, apes, mammals, everything will be present with four-chambered heart, right? Now, nervous system, here the neural tube forms, brain and spinal cord develop. In chick, it was neural tube forms, brain and spinal cord, it is also getting developed. In case of a nervous system, both have the well-developed nervous system. And in excretory system, in case of a frog, here pronephros develops initially. See, you should know that in everything we can we can call it as a kidney, but you should know that what specifically involved in the involved as a excretory structure. In case of a frog, it will be pronephros. That is the one developed initially. And in case of a chick, mesonephros develop initially. Right now, what will be the developmental stages? Initially in frog, it was in the egg stage, and later it will be developed into embryo. From the embryo, it has to be developed into a larval stage called the tadpole and the froglet, and after that, it will be converted into an adult. This is what a metamorphosis process. Now, this egg, in case of chick, as usual, egg will be developed into embryo will be developed into chick is going to develop into hatchling, and after that it will be developed into an adult. Right now, the metamorphosis process here, the metamorphosis process involved from the tadpole state, that is larva, is undergoing a process of metamorphosis and it is developed into an adult stage. Okay, but in chick, there will be no metamorphosis process. Okay, just the growth. See, in case of a metamorphosis, there will be an acquiring of certain characteristic features which is not present in the larval stages, but it is present in the adult stage. But in the check, what are all the characteristic features present in the adult? The same thing will be present in the larva, that is check. So the only thing will be happening here will be the growth. Okay, their growth will be developed and the development is continued. That is what there will be a growth in their size. That is what here happen in the chick. That is why I have mentioned here no metamorphosis. And what are all the external features in frog? Tail, gills, in case of a larval stage, their respiratory structure will be the gills, legs, lungs in case of an adult, right? In the chick, beak, wings, feather, beak and wings, it will be an early development, and feather will be the later developmental structure, right? And what will be their habitat? In case of a frog, during the larval stages, that is in the tadpole stage, they will be preferred to live in the aquatic environment. Okay. But in case of a frog that is an adult, that will be preferred to live in a land area. Okay. That is why it is placed under the amphibians. It has the capacity to develop in both water as well as in land. Now, in chick, it is also preferred to live in the terrestrial after hatchling. Now, what will be their feeding behavior? In case of a frog, it will be a herbivorous in case of a larval stage. In case of an adult, it will be carnivorous. Okay. But in case of a chick, it will be omnivorous. It will be eating both veg as well as the non-vegetarian, right? That's what an omnivorous. And reproduction, in case of a frog, it will be external fertilization, which means what? As I said before, external fertilization means the fusion of male and female gamete will be happen only in the external environment, not within the body of the female. That is what an external fertilization. Now, here it will be an aquatic eggs. This will be an internal fertilization, which means what? The fusion of male and female gamete will be happen within the body of the female. That is what an internal fertilization. Here the egg will be covered with hard shelled. Okay. Now parental care. See, in case of amphibians, particularly the frog, here there will be no proper parental care will be seen here, but there will be the parental care. Okay, so you should know that the concept of parental care will be originated right from the amphibian itself. Okay, but there will be no proper. But here, in case of chick, here there will be a brooding of eggs. We found that a lot of female hen will tend to sit on the egg so that the egg will be hatched due to the environment provided by the mother hen, right? So here we can see the maternal care, right? Now, that's all about the development related to the frog and chick. See, there will be no genetic involvement. I have been involved here. There will be a general overview. That's all. Okay. It will be the comparison. Where does fertilization typically occurs in frog? Just answer for this question. In case of a frog, it will be an external fertilization. Which type of cleavage occurs during the frog development? In case of a frog, it was a holoblastic cleavage where we can find the entire egg undergoes a cleavage, undergoes a mitotic division. During metamorphosis, which structure disappear in frog, which means it will be present in the larval stages, but during the process of metamorphosis, as a result, it will be converted into an adult, so that in the adult, we can't find the structure where we can find the larval stage. That will be the tail here. See, the tail is absorbed and disappears during frog metamorphosis. So this will be an important. See, if you find the tadpole, we can find the tail. Okay, of course, in the larval stages, it is being replaced. The respiratory structure we can find predominantly in the lungs. But see, this structure we can find in the tadpole very common. Okay, we can find it through our naked eye. But in the adult stage, we can't find this tail. Okay, if you find that very properly, this tail is being absorbed and disappear during the frog metamorphosis, transitioning from the tadpole to an adult frog. Okay, everybody clear, right? So that will be an correct answer. Which system develops first in frog embryo? That will be the circulatory system, particularly the heart is the first organ that will be present, develop in the frog embryo. Okay. What is the primary function of gills in frog larvae, that is tadpoles? What exactly the function of gills? That will be the exchange of gases in the water. Okay, no point of having any confusion. Where does the fertilization occurs in chick? In case of a chick, it will be internal fertilization. Which type of egg is characteristics of chick and frog? In case of a frog and chick development, the type of egg we can see there will be the telolicital eggs, where we can find the larger amount of yolk, particularly they are concentrated at one end. Okay. During chick development, what structure is formed through gastrulation? Through the process of gastrulation, which structure is getting formed? That will be the primitive streak. Very good. Here, the chick embryo form a primitive streak during the gastrulation, which later develop. This is the streak which is getting developed into a neural tube later. Okay. Which organ system develops early in chick embryo? That will be the circulatory system once again. What is the function of allantois in chick development? See, you should aware about the placental membrane here. Okay, it's that embryonal membrane. Allantois, chorion, placenta, amnion. We can find the question there. Question from there. That will be waste storage. Very good. Which developmental stage is common to both frog and chick? Which developmental stage is common to both frogs and chick? That will be the embryonic stage. Okay, they will be hatched out into embryo. At which stage a frog transition from aquatic to terrestrial life? That will be the froglet. Very good. Which developmental process involves the formation of three germinal layers? There is no point of having any confusion. That will be obviously gastrulation. Which system is last to develop fully in both frogs and chicks? That will be the reproductive system. Very good. This is the last major organ system to fully developed in both frogs and chicks. Okay. This will not until near or after maturity. Which structure is involved in gas exchange in chicks after hatching? That will be the lungs. Okay. What is the primary role of the yolk in both frog and chick eggs? That will be a nutrient storage. Okay. Which developmental stage involves the formation of limbs in both frog and chick? In the froglet stage. Froglets and the chicks both undergo the development of limbs. They progress towards when they progress towards the adulthood. Okay. Which type of egg is most suitable for external fertilization? Which type of egg is most suitable for external fertilization? That will be telolicital, obviously. Which stage in chick development involves the formation of feathers? That will be the hatchling. Okay. Which organ undergoes the most significant changes during metamorphosis in frogs? That will be the digestive system. Okay. This undergoes a significant changes during the frog metamorphosis to adapt from, because in larval stage, that is a tadpole stage, they are herbivorous. Okay. So that particular body will have a structure to digest only the soft foods. But when they have been evolved into an adult, their food feeding behavior has been converted from herbivorous to carnivorous. So obviously there has to be the tremendous change they are going to acquire, right? Now, that's all about the developmental biology. So I want you to see the PYQs. So the first question will be the, which of the following are haploid cells in the testis? Just answer for this question. Which of the following are the haploid cells in the testis? Quick. That will be spermatid and the spermatozoa, right? So these are all the, see, I think everybody has confused with primary spermatocyte. What we have studied? Primary spermatocyte, which is in diploid in nature, that is the one as formed as a result of a mitotic division. So what are all the things which will be the end product of a mitotic division, that has to be in the diploid in condition, right? So you should know that from the primary spermatocyte, it is the one undergoing a meiotic division. As a result, it is going to produce a secondary spermatocytes, which is in haploid in nature. Got it? So this will be the answer, spermatid and spermatozoa. Okay. Which of the following is not a function of a placenta? First option, breakdown of complex food molecules. removal of fetal metabolic waste, exchange of respiratory gases, hormonal secretion. Placenta, we know that this is the structure which is separating the mother's body and the baby's body. So, which is not a function done by this placenta. That will be obviously the breakdown of complex food molecules. That is not a function done by the placenta. So, removing the waste, exchanging the respiratory gases, hormonal secretion, everything will be done by the placenta. Okay. Okay. Now, these are all the questions just from the spermatozoa, spermatogenesis process. Just match it and give me the correct answer. So you should know that which is undergoing mitotic division and which is undergoing a meiotic division. And what is the function of Sertoli cells, Leydig cells? Here in these two cells, which is acting as a nourishing cells. So everything I have been discussed in a class very well. Just answer that question correctly. Match it. Okay, so the answer will be option A. Why? Because Sertoli cells, this is the one nourishing the Leydig cells. Okay. Now, this Leydig cell is the one involved in the synthesis of a hormone called the testosterone. And spermatogonia, this is the one undergoing a mitotic cell division. Spermatocytes undergoing a meiotic cell division. So, these are all the things you should know, right? Defense against microbes, that is somewhat unrelated to the question. See, sorry, I forgot to share the answer. Acrosome of the sperm is a modified form of Golgi complex. This is the same question where we have discussed during the class itself. So, see, these are all the simple questions which has been arising here. So, acrosome of the sperm, it is a modified form of Golgi complex. This is also the question they have been asked here. Okay, now answer for this question. Which is the process wherein the first time multi-layered embryo is formed? Multi-layered. Multi-layered embryo means what? There will be the development of a layers. Yeah, okay. Very good. That will be the process of gastrulation. Which one of the following type of ovarian follicle does not contain antrum? Tertiary follicle, pre-ovulatory follicle, primary follicle, and Graafian follicle. This is the structure somewhat related to the female reproductive system. So that will be the primary follicle. Okay, so that is the structure. This is the follicle which is not present in the ant. This is the structure which is not containing the ant. See, which one of the following is fused with decidua at the maternal fetal interface? Here that will be fused with decidua at the maternal fetal interface. So you should know if you know the meaning of all these words, you can easily eliminate the option. What will be the function of allantois, amnion, yolk sac, and chorion? If you know the just meaning, you can eliminate the option. Meaning and the function. That will be obviously chorion. Very good. I think that's all the question. See, this is how they have been asked from developmental biology. Again, that will be the basic questions. If you know just the basic knowledge, you can easily answer the question. Yeah, just this is the question from the menstrual cycle. Just answer for this question. Which hormone is predominantly secreted by the ovary due to the luteal phase of the menstrual cycle? So you should know what are all the phases, how many phases present in the menstrual cycle, and in each phase, which hormones plays an important role. That means what? Which hormone is in peak. So this will be the area they have been focusing when it comes to the menstrual cycle. So so answer for this question. During luteal phase, which hormone? That will be the progesterone. See, during luteal phase, the follicles is getting degenerated. Say we have studied one point, right? This follicles is getting degenerated. As a result of that, corpus luteum is going to produce in the luteal phase. That is why the phase called as the luteal phase, corpus luteum. And this corpus luteal is the one producing the hormone called the progesterone. So obviously these are all the functions happening in the luteal phase. So what will be the hormone involving here? Obviously the progesterone. Everybody clear? So you have to focus on so what are all the things that have been given to you? Just revise it out. Okay, without any hesitation. I think that's all. Okay. That's all the question from the developmental biology. Hope this will be useful for you. So tomorrow we are going to discuss the histology, right? Anything else? If you have any doubts, you can ask me now. And tomorrow, 6 a.m. sharp. Okay? That's all. Let's wind up the class.